Yeah, okay, we're back, guys. Technical difficulties and all that good stuff, but you know what, dadgummit?
We had to go retro.
We go, right, straight from the system, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, I really appreciate y'all for sticking around, because, man, this has been
Patient with us and all this
a rough start, but we're going to make the best of it. And Ree, you have been a big help. Thank you so much.
Don't read the paper, do you?
Oh, we're back.
Yesterday, Monday the 9th, at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
Alright, let's talk about where she was killed at, though.
In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know. Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Who was Violet again?
The
other tarot card reader that we already met?
Sure.
No, that was Broward.
Oh, yeah, well, I actually remember seeing that name.
Alright.
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
What do you think about the tarot readers? Alright.
They're as thick as thieves,
There we go.
covering for each other. Well, except the male one. You'll see what I mean.
Because he's a
a
man,
sleazebag.
and they were rude to him because he's the only male. We said two completely different things.
Obviously. Anyone who walks in, predicts a murder, then that murder happens? Suspicious.
Suspicious. I don't remember what that was from.
I don't know who Violet is, and I don't feel like we should
Let's
let him know.
What do we know? Then what do we know?
He says not much. I already clicked on that twice on accident.
Why is it still there?
And Ree, you can hear both of us just fine now, yeah?
See, I'm nosy. I would have asked about Violet, but...
Alright, fine. Let's ask about Violet.
Old here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady.
This is lady in the guest house.
Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
Nothing. We ain't meet with her yet.
Isn't that the lady that checked for something?
Look, if it's about the pills, I already know.
Whoa, okay. Goodbye, Inspector. Or
okay.
There have been observations. Count.
Oh, yeah.
Some consequence. Perhaps. Poe's curiosity shop
I guess we
is
live in the
now
guest house that
noticed.
we've been to.
He
and
said
somehow
if
know
it's
about
about the pills, I
Dreams.
already know.
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I was
Robin had
listening to
this
this
dream
radio really
recently.
quick.
Right.
I'm
Every
looking
time
through
we
an
talk about it,
album
it's
of
creepy
family
now.
photos, but I don't recognize anyone in the photos. I'm trying to remember their names, but I can't. And then I realize that my family are all standing around me and they're all crying because I've forgotten who they are. Oh, Robin. That sounds like quite a horrible one to wake up to every day. What do you think, Poe? What do you think this perhaps could represent?
Well, Monroe, I think with the photos and the family, so I think there is perhaps Robin has a willingness or wish to reconnect with her family, but it's just not possible for Robin because perhaps there are issues and it's just perhaps not how it used to be.
Totally different
They want to reconnect,
scenario
but perhaps
happening
they
by
can't
the time you
reconnect,
get
and
back.
they're feeling pressure
Who knows
that
if this
they maybe have not attended to their family as they wanted to, as the family had wanted to.
Well, Poe, if I'm honest, you are quite right that the situation is related to painful emotions.
Who we want to visit first?
I don't know.
I want to know more about this Violet now that he said something about the pills, though.
Right, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I kind of want to visit Violet.
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
Oh, she's Violet. Duh.
See, I told you.
You right. That's what the
They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that the coin? Oh, no, man, it's just a ring.
Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos.
Hobos?
I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
Okay. Now I probably shouldn't say anything about the pill.
Nah, we should probably mind our business for now. Do you know Dorota?
Did you know?
Not really.
Whatever.
I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
Precious lamb.
Who says stuff like that? I guess we're gonna know.
Alright, we're gonna leave that alone. Leave that alone?
Dorota's a precious lamb.
Yes,
what do you mean?
a
by
lamb.
that? Like she was sweet? She was
Young.
innocent? Okay, yeah.
Innocent.
See?
Lambs get
Slaughtered?
slaughtered, though. Don't
She
they?
said it? Oh.
Nice, yes. That's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
But you never met her.
Bruh, that outfit she had on the menu screen though. You're like, huh.
She's supposed to be 12.
Let's not talk about that. I think we're going to go move from here though.
Yeah, let's... I think we saw the...
You should talk to her boyfriend. I'm sure they weren't exclusive.
How do you know so much about a girl you've never met?
Dang, I thought we was walking away from you. What?
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church.
I only got information, so I guess it was
Don't tell
worth
him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
We're going to go ahead and walk away. We're going to go ahead and go on to the next. Huh?
Oh, that scratching she was doing?
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us.
Yeah.
I'm Rain, by the way.
So funny.
Don't touch me. We're just going to be...
Apparently I'm Sam.
We're not saying
No, let's
nothing.
be cute. Let's be polite.
No.
I heard you say earlier your name's Sam.
God damn it.
Sam.
You're right. I don't.
I'm not Sam.
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair,
Everyone.
a
I
talented
didn't know
musician.
her. But here's everything I know about her for some reason. I don't think this is the one where the killer's randomly generated, though.
No, not at all.
Definitely.
You're completely
Yeah.
barking up the wrong tree there.
Maybe.
I don't think it's necessary to say that. No, I'm pretty sure.
Sam, I don't have a motive for killing Dorota. Full stop. I'd have to be possessed to murder anything. Do you believe in possession, Sam?
No.
Sure.
Okay.
Just
Sure, why not?
keep an eye out for anyone acting suspiciously. Although
So,
today
all of-
almost everyone seems to be acting suspiciously.
Including myself.
Alright.
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
Oh my god.
You get it piecemeal. Not everything in one reading. The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young,
Yes.
talented, probably red-headed.
Nothing yet. We talked to Violet for a little bit. She ain't tell us anything much. She talked about hobos.
And a little bit about the dead.
And a little bit about the death.
Not very
nice. But she didn't miss anything. This guy, he already knows her name. He said that they had a group reading. And that's how they were able to determine that, or figure out that somebody was going to die, and a kind of description of her. But other than that, man, you ain't missed nothing. Excuse me.
Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
Do we want to see the Mercury tarot, or we want to leave that alone?
Yeah, let's see what it is.
Go ahead.
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it. I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
What did
My prayer,
boy?
that the girl would be safe.
Well, I mean, you can't pick and choose, my guy. We're either praying or doing the devil's work.
Look, you can't. We're gonna cut this radio back up because they keep showing it.
Her true final bedfellow. But the virus wasn't quite spreading yet. That death alone couldn't start the contagion. It needed an audience.
Who you want to visit now?
And they made it.
Reed, who you think we need to visit, bro?
They paraded her face on posters, told her tragic story, painted the town red with her hair and her blood, satiated the awful curiosity of the audience, fed the other demons, gave them a bigger home, a louder voice, and let them spread. A boy this time. Good. They were more successful. After the first domino falls, the rest go quickly. Always.
Hi. Sam, is it? Come on in. Make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa.
Seems the most cheerful of the bunch.
She's the murderer.
It's always the happiest one. Everybody seems nervous.
Let's ask her what she's doing here first.
The cards told us to. Well, the cards of rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery-pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
Do you like your job?
No. Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
Alright.
What's that job?
I didn't say job. I said job.
That makes no sense.
We'll
What's
leave
a
that
job? Welcome, it's fine.
Yeah, it's a tarot thing you won't understand.
Yeah, you totally made that up. Anyway, do you know?
Did you know him?
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and squished them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
Death?
The
I
happy
forgot about the
squirrel.
devil. I've never heard of the happy squirrel card, actually.
Let's do the happy squirrel.
I know death is a bad one. The devil, I thought death was worse than the devil, but I don't remember.
You've done your research. The happy squirrel was vague and mysterious, but not evil.
So what's the most dangerous tarot card?
The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost.
Is that what the Five of Swords is? But I always thought death was literally death.
Dang it. As soon as it
popped up.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Bronwyn as soon as this one's over.
I think she's the last one, actually.
Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know.
Yeah.
Swords in general are bad.
Oh,
yeah, but they're still dead. Like,
alright, here's the question. Here we go. Here we go.
So, pretty well.
Okay. Wow, that's awful straightforward. I don't think that's proper.
No, we're not gonna ask for that. Whoa.
I feel like
You know the chief's got it all wrong. Ron could never hurt anyone.
you keep asking the question.
I'm sure a
you don't
smart
want
detective
to.
like you can help prove she's innocent.
Wait, what?
That won't work on me, but I'll do my best.
I'll do my best.
That way you think I'm being nice.
Really?
Even though I'm suspicious.
Because she is completely innocent.
That's because you did it. So what were you doing last night?
I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
Let's just ask her if we can see her nails.
Yeah, just let me see your nails.
No,
I'm pretty sure
I mean, yeah. I already
they
did
don't
it
look
off.
painted to me. I was already looking at her nails and I could see that they were clear.
Alright.
Even like they had clear
impression
polish, but like
of a fish
they haven't
tank.
been done in a while and her fingers are
With
looking
twilight
raw.
blue through
Right.
long windows and
That's
vague
what
lady
Henry
floating
Rain. I mean,
as a suspended in current of unseen
What?
water.
Oh, he had to refresh
Vague
the
lady
screen.
changed form. Not just undillusions of hair or clothes.
Sam, is it?
Yes.
I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
Yes, Sam is short for Samantha. So I have some questions. How did you predict the murder?
Oh, I want to see the Mercury tale.
Oh, I want to see the Mercury call. Yes, let me see the Mercury.
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it.
To check if she's completely
It
innocent.
feels a bit sacrilegious.
I don't feel like
just
any
spreading
of
it out
them
to
are
show
completely
you.
innocent. I feel like everyone is
Doesn't really
in some way
answer questions. It more asks
guilty,
them.
whether of killing or of
Do
withholding
you want
evidence
to
or
ask me
something.
questions?
Sure. You can ask, doesn't mean I'm going to answer.
It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
I don't even know who I am, honestly. My name is Sam and I'm a detective. Apparently I can shapeshift.
Alright, guys.
I don't know how old I am. I don't know what gender I am. I don't
Are we happy
know where I work or
being
where I
the
live.
person that we are right now?
I don't know if I'm married. I don't know if I have a family. Shoot, I don't even know if I'm really here. This could all be a dream.
This one is up to you, my friend.
This is the Matrix. Or whoever answers first.
Or whoever in the chat. Did he respond on me?
Mercury doesn't agree.
Mercury doesn't agree.
In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once before.
Bruh. Okay. I'm gonna wait for Luscious to come back for a second. But, why is it that two of these people here already freaking have an idea that we're not who we say we are? Huh. Okay. Well, while we're waiting on Luscious, hey, well, especially you, Reed, oh man, I lost my whole train of thought. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Dang, I'll figure it out. I completely lost my train of thought. know what? We just
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
You know what? We'll actually ask this one.
Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
Alright, let's see if we catch her in the lie.
In my room, reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me. No, not at all. Lexi popped in and we chatted for a bit, but that's all.
Oh, bitch, you lying.
What'd she say?
She said she stayed in her room all night.
Who, Bronwyn?
And read a book.
Bronwyn?
Until somebody saved her. The other girl Lexi saved her. And it was like, oh, okay.
Why would
but
you
didn't
her?
leave. I think she didn't feel like being bothered by Violet. But I'm like, bruh, the other girl said that they were in her room painting nails.
Well, I mean, she was lying, not her. I believe her. I believe that she was in the room all night. Because, I mean, think about it. They wouldn't paint no nails. Her nails were raw. She ain't done those nails in months. I know. I go months.
So, should we ask her if we think Violet's trashy? Nah, we're going to leave that alone. We're going to leave that alone. Right. Case closed. Done.
Detective Conan.
Right, Detective Conan.
I'm Detective Conan. Case closed.
Done.
Chief DuPont thinks I did it.
We know.
I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
We know.
How well did you know this, man?
We've only been here 2 days.
Yeah,
I understand it's suspicious me being a stranger in town, but it's the truth.
It's the truth. Except that you predicted her
We
murder.
saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it.
How?
Trust me, Sam. We're on the same team.
I want to believe you so bad.
Which may have been precisely the point.
I think it's the other girl.
How about something to eat, I said.
It's one of them.
Or the worm said. Or somehow both, together.
What is with this radio?
A jingle of coins, a handful of change to buy him a coffee, and a conversation. A talk about his life and to find that his name was George. George had lost his job and his family.
Let's go back to Lexi then.
That's all we have.
Oh, there.
Perhaps his story was embellished for panhandling.
I guess we can. Oh, we can. What were you doing last night?
Strangest thing.
I don't remember.
I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
Really?
You think you were getting groceries?
Have you ever been a I don't think that's an appropriate question. Well, not necessarily appropriate, but fitting, I guess. What do y'all think?
Well, she said she didn't know her, right? Doretta's chick
Yeah.
died, right?
Yeah.
She claimed she didn't know her. I don't know, see what she says.
I've driven by it. Never actually been in it.
But you said you didn't know her. Alright, we're gonna ask about these pills, y'all.
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
See, the way you said that didn't come across as anxiety, but being over the top for no reason. I don't understand. Right, we're just gonna brush past
We're
that.
not gonna talk about the schizophrenia thing. I don't want her to come back and shoot me or something. So we'll leave it alone and we'll just keep it in the back of our heads here. We're watching her.
Dogs don't seem to notice me. They're busy playing poker. I fall, but I never hit the wall.
Know what I get time here?
Very interesting. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Poe?
Yeah, I think it has several interesting elements to it. From the sharks, I mean, often sharks, they stand for It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I like getting wet. Keep investigating or next chapter. There's more for us to investigate?
Well, let's keep investigating.
What we can. But what else do you need?
Oh, yeah.
He said he knows who it is.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Well, you made your guess. You said it was wrong. It all makes sense now.
You were exactly spot on, actually, about the sharks being something negative. But in this case, the sharks actually refer to the negative people that are in your life. So, what I think from what you said about your dream is that you're trying so hard.
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Like the third one or so?
I thought I clicked on next chapter.
One day we'll watch the new one.
A holding.
I mean, it's very, very heavy. It's wooden, and...
Correct.
It's got engravings on it. I think they're animals?
Oh, you know, they had me until they said
animals.
engravings on it.
And some people might interpret them as animals.
But there's...
Who are you?
Yeah. I'm a shape-shifting detective.
What?
I'm Sam. The Shoals hired me to investigate the murder.
Because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a whole day. It's typical of them.
I don't know when we can actually choose the person. I guess we have to wait to the end.
I don't think it's going to be that far in. I think we got to get all this preliminary stuff out the way.
And then we can choose whenever we're ready.
Yeah.
Not long. A couple of months maybe. We did care for each other. No? Why? Violet Gallagher? What's it got to do with her? Bitch. Mind you, it's not exactly damning, coming from someone as frigid as her.
Wow.
Why frigid?
She's all prim and proper with it. Sorry, it's just... Why do people say things like that? You're not supposed to speak ill of the dead.
Right, else was like the other lady, she didn't want to speak ill of the dead for reasons that was like, it's not speaking bad about her to answer this question.
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, hanging out. I left at about 5.
He's one of the few that really seems mostly chill.
Playing football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
Is it possible the killer was hiding?
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing.
Well, duh, it's a murder.
No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet. And I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
I thought he was going to say they were getting down and dirty in the closet. Not going to lie.
Have you hidden in there before? Nah, let's just go. It must be a big closet.
It must be a big closet.
Yeah. It's big enough for 2 people to have sex in.
Dang, you was on to something there.
On all 4?
Man.
It didn't happen that night. But it's happened before.
Kinks. Nothing weird.
Nothing weird? I don't sex in the closet.
From the 60s.
Okay, no,
I'm not discussing this with you.
I'm gonna shut my mouth on that note.
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had
this is why I
a
couldn't be
wedding
detective,
dress.
because I would give all the looks for
She knew
all
I'd
the
seen
stuff.
it, but we never talked about it. Not even
I have
with the
no
joke.
control over my facial expressions. Even if I control
Not
the
much.
laughter.
They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
Well, that's what she loved. I can understand that. Still.
Well, that's not very family friendly.
Nah.
Now, from what I'm taking from this, Robin, I think you're finding it hard to break away from a painful situation that's happened in your past. And you feel overwhelmed by the emotions caused by it.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright?
You didn't even know we were going to see Oscar.
Right.
So who's on your suspect list?
Just the tarot readers.
Now I'm confused.
No one else is remotely suspicious compared to
I'm
them.
not confused, but...
Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house to herself. They're devastated, naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. They didn't do it, Sam. Although, perhaps I should have made them stay.
Yeah, maybe.
Perhaps. Though, this is from...
Should I bother telling him that Oscar was out playing football?
What do we know?
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night.
No, Lexi says they were in the
they
same
can't
room.
agree which one.
There you go.
Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses.
That's why I said that.
According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange.
Very, because he obviously...
Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it.
You know, I don't like how much you take up for Violet.
What do you think that dream could mean?
Let's visit the guest house.
Very interesting.
I don't like how much she takes up for Violet.
So she's but I would think she wants to change into something else.
Visit Violet?
But because she turns back into her original shape, she basically can't really change. So perhaps she's someone who wants to change, but somehow goes back to her old ways.
You know what? You are so close, Poe. So, Helen, firstly, thank you very much for writing in and speaking to us. I would like to just say to you that what I think is that you want to reveal something private about your life, but you're worried that when you do...
Hi, Sam. Back for more already? Oh, yeah, that's right. All these rooms look the same. Sorry.
But yeah. I think I want it to be...
What's in Bron's room?
Ask her. The chief keeps standing up for her, like he's trying to make sure she didn't...
No,
she's not
I think
on the
Roman
list.
met him, though.
And that's kind of weird.
You'd have to ask her. Or him. It's not my place to say.
Shit.
I can in fact tell you that a tower does in fact symbolize a quest
let's
for
go to your
understanding.
personal favorite here.
Yeah, I've had quite a bit to drink, so... I'm stuck in the British voice now.
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking. No, I wouldn't know how. I'm a tarot reader, not a medium. Maybe I should have pretended, though. Made up some fake message from her to give him some comfort. I don't actually believe in the spirit world. Well, not as you know it, anyway.
But all y'all look so suspicious.
Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today. Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down her neck, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then
I talked to the boyfriend already. Oh, you want me to talk to him again?
This boy stole my candy. That's something too slick. I need him to watch that. We need to watch out for that.
Ah, yeah.
To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
So to protect Lexi, she said
I was logged into Tarotasm. It's a phone reading service, and I get paid by the minute.
So I guess
which, now that I'm saying it, it's not something I really should be bragging about.
I mean, got to read tarot cards?
Run.
We're gonna do what you said.
No one saw me.
Boyfriend again.
No one knew I even went for a drive.
And see if he was telling the truth. You can top me back off there.
I was about to.
Okay. And then we can call it. So we have some for tomorrow or something.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Oh, never mind. There's still more in the fridge.
That's personal.
From the last one. The last one.
Oh. I was like, you bought more? Jesus, rum.
I said I don't want to talk about it.
How much rum does one need? Where's the rum?
No, not to me anyway. She wasn't into fortune telling or any of that stuff.
I need my rum.
Yeah, Chief DuPont told me. He thinks it's one of them that killed her. Bronwyn?
Should we go for the bluff?
I don't know. What do you think, Ree?
Ree?
Should we go for the bluff or anyone? Anyone at all? What do you think? And while we're sitting here, don't forget to get those channel points at the bottom in the chat, right under the box. You can redeem those for real cool stuff.
Decisions. I personally want to go for the bluff.
I am unsure. So it's up to you.
Try the bluff. Let's go.
Alright, chat.
Disturbing. That's impossible. I don't think those two ever met.
I told you. I knew he wouldn't fall for that.
Why would you say that?
That's what I thought he was going to say when he looked at you like that.
I took a deep
back to the guest house we go.
Back to the
and
guest
lowered
house.
myself to the ground.
I didn't think he was going to fall for the bluff.
Miss?
That's why I didn't want to do it.
My
It seems
voice
like they were really
cracked
close.
and I cleared my throat.
Alright, let's see
trying to
about
retain the masculine depth.
go to Ray.
Sam, what can I do for you?
You know, because they're British, I automatically thought they said, "What can I do you for?"
Yeah, me too.
Okay, it's not just me. Good.
Alright, so
Lexi mentioned you're here to do a
We're
job.
trying to save people.
how? It's not working. No, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it like that.
That's funny. Where
were you before August?
Where were you before August?
Alright.
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travellers is... Let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
No. Right now.
If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
She is not investigating the crime. You can't withhold stuff from me. That just makes you look suspicious.
We didn't. Lexi used a
I
Ouija
feel like they're
board
putting
to get the
too
name.
many fingers up, bro.
I was thinking it makes him look suspicious.
I'm saying everybody keeps talking about Brown. I'm like, you know what? I feel like they're doing that on purpose for us too.
Yeah, they're doing that. Everybody making it look like it's this person. Right, suspicious. So, Ouija board. So the tarot didn't tell you? I won't go with that. Because the other girl was talking about how they do whatever the tarot card says.
Mm-hmm. It kind of did.
Drink some soda now.
It's hard getting an exact name out of 78 cards. But considering we'd never heard of Dorota Shaw, it painted a pretty good picture otherwise.
That's not how Ouija boards work.
Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
What, is she flirting with was she flirting with the Ouija board?
Tell me more.
She weird.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out the rota. This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
No. You did it again. That wasn't the trash. I don't think. Yeah. There you go. Okay.
That's what I was doing.
But usually when you do that, it doesn't work.
You don't believe me? Well, ask Lexi or Bron.
Of course.
They've got their own ideas,
Lexi.
but my theory is definitely the more plausible.
Like Reset.
Everybody's trying to protect Lexi.
Right, because she's cute and bubbly.
There.
It's always the cute and bubbly
pristine.
ones. Oh, wait.
It was just a nightmare.
Or the husband. But it's not the boyfriend.
I was still on the floor, wiping my eyes as I saw the...
Oh, no, here they go. Dip game in his life.
Dip game.
I just went to my...
He is. I agree. Okay, did it just freeze?
Oh, man, it's crazy.
Whoa.
Dip game in his life, that means him and only.
Whoa.
Means him and only.
Oh, no.
Blowrock's about to play the game.
Really? We entered a block scene somehow? Oh no, that's because I did. Hold on, guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, I guess we have to go back to the crap.
No.
Oh, okay.
The game froze.
Oh, it was the game that froze. Is that why we're in
I guess. I don't know. Hold on, guys. Let's go ahead and go back
I'm
to the
so confused.
I'm confused too.
It doesn't help that I'm a little tipsy. It just makes me more confused. What you reading? I'll see if it's anything interesting if I should be reading it.
What?
Talk about webtoons. Got a great suggestion from the road group on the webtoon to read, and I haven't read it yet, and I feel come back. I saved it, but I haven't read it. What? Love you. Still alive.
Okay. Really?
DoorDash!
Really?
Let's get some pizza.
Okay, so
Little
the unexpected has
Caesar
happened. We found
Just
ourselves
sponsored
in the dark.
by Little Caesars. Hamburgers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Buried, starring Ryan Reynolds.
Even that wasn't full dark for her time.
Oh, really? Really?
What was I looking for? I completely forgot just that fast.
What the heck?
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, I don't know what the heck has happened. Because it's obviously on. Jump scare! Ah! Dang it.
Dead.
Guys, this has been a...
It has been quite the stream.
Quite the stream. Damn. Okay. And it's like you can't save, so I'm scared to start to a new game, and then we can't go and resume from where we just left off. Oh, man. The Shapeshifting Detective, ladies and gentlemen. We've become a black splotch. I guess we can just switch this to just chatting at this point. Golly. Alright, we ain't got no choice but to start a new game, guys. Damn. Starting a new game with a... We're gonna try it one more time. I tell you what, I got an idea. If I just